My question this morning is, what did they do wrong? What was the sin? Ms. Gutierrez, a mother from my district in Hayward, went to a routine immigration check. Routine. She wasn't hiding. She hadn't done anything wrong. Was doing everything we'd ever asked of her. Because she believed, mistakenly, tragically, in the covenant of the routine. But then she was snatched up with her 2 children, ages 4 and 6, and deported. The 6-year-old Joseph is deaf and was not even allowed to bring with him the medical devices that he needs to hear and to communicate. Think about that for a moment. A 6-year-old child with a disability, suddenly in a different country, separated from the country he has come to know, and now surrounded by silence. The horror stories from this White House continue. From ICE, they continue, and they continue to stagger. They have also deported a 6-year-old child, U.S. citizen, battling stage 4 cancer. They promised that they would deport violent criminals. Now they are deporting kids with disabilities. Last week, I asked Secretary Kristi Noem, former Secretary Kristi Noem, directly about these inhumane deportation policies. She dodged those questions. The reason? Because no sane human, no beating heart would allow this to go on. And yet, it does. We can no longer say we're deeply disturbed by what's happening. We are outraged because this is outrageous, and it must not be allowed to stand or continue. I want to give you an update on Joseph. As we stand here, my staff has just landed in Colombia and is placing the hearing devices back in the boy's ear. He was able to do that with the help of the community who rallied to get his devices and personal belongings. So I thank my staff and I thank the community for coming together. We are also working with the Families Council on returning the family back to the United States under what's called humanitarian parole, so he can return to his school for the deaf, which is where he belongs. To the child, we have returned his sound, but to our nation, what has happened to our soul? We are looking at what next steps we can take in Congress to ensure that this will not happen again. We are working with Senators Padilla and Schiff and the chair of the California delegation, Zoe Lofgren, who's also on the immigration subcommittee. But let's be clear. If you want to deport a cartel boss, everyone here will help you pack their bags. But if you're coming for a 6-year-old, you have to go through us. We will not stand by while ICE tears our families apart and endangers innocent children. What happened here was not about public safety. How does ruining the life of a 6-year-old deaf child make our community or our country any safer? It doesn't. It makes the country darker. Ronald Reagan, a man of California, spoke of a light unto the nations, of a city on a hill. But what we're building now is a dungeon. We're extinguishing the lamps one by one until the only thing left in the dark is our cruelty. Let us return innocent families to their homes, children to their schools, and some light to this land.